I'm leaving tomorrow. Haha, that's right. I finally got my axles fixed. And you know what that means. I'm finally out of pavement purgatory! Woo! And not only that, but I also got a set of brand new tires, which means I'm virtually indestructible. Okay, well, maybe not indestructible, but, well, look at these tires. Look at them BF Goodrich KO2s. And what's more, look at the tread on them BF Goodrich KO2s. You could almost go elbow deep in them treads. And that means I don't have to worry about getting a flat tire when I roll around to some of these crazy backcountry places that I'm finally free to go visit again. I've been in Vegas for 2 weeks, I think, maybe even longer, and I am ready to get out. Well, actually, I did sneak out for this, to make this video. Well, I wanted to get my happy back. I wanted to cheer myself up, and, well, there's no better way to cheer yourself up than to put on a friggin' Rockettes costume and a Marilyn Monroe wig and go sing and dance in the desert. Well, if you watched my Christmas special, you know how that turned out. I went out to the desert at the end there, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry and their family was out there driving around. So for this video, I decided to go the extra mile and drive a little bit farther. I actually drove over an hour just to make this little vlog for you. Drove all the way into California to a much lesser used dry lake bed. I won't say the name of it, but if you know the area, well, you just might recognize where I am. Anyway, there's been a lot of changes since I made my last vlog, which was called I Want My Happy Back. And it was me wearing a big furry white hat, sitting up in Red Rock Canyon, talking about my problems. And it was kind of a different video than I'm used to making, because I'm not one of them YouTubers that usually does like the big confessional type stuff. But man, I gotta say, making that video was so therapeutic for me. I mean, I felt better. I think I even said that in the video. I felt better halfway through making it. So even just getting those thoughts off my chest was a huge relief. But then after I posted it, the amount of really kind, heartfelt emails I got from people was mind-boggling. I mean, seriously, I got so many really cool emails, letters, cards from people who have had rough times lately themselves, or they just want to cheer me up. And oh gosh, I know this sounds corny, but it was enough to reaffirm my faith in humanity. And dare I say, happy back, I got my happy back, I got my happy back, oh happy back, I got my happy back. I feel like I have to sing everything like a Broadway show tune when I'm wearing this outfit. Thankfully for everyone watching, I only break this outfit out on special occasions. Anyway, well, I was grousing about a lot of stuff in my last video, and, well, by gum, if it hasn't cleared itself all up like a nasty cold. First of all, well, I had some bad, kind of weird medical news about my cervix. Well, that turned out to be okay, actually. I guess the results weren't bad enough to warrant any further action at this time, so my doctor told me to just come back in a year, as usual, and monitor the situation. So, I guess that's a good thing. I guess you might call that a clean bill of health. And hey, that's all that really matters. And then I was also talking about some personal drama, failed relationship, and then another kind of friendship that went sour. Well, unfortunately, neither of those things have changed, but fortunately, my attitude towards them has. And you know what? I ain't gonna let anyone steal my sunshine, okay? First of all, no one can steal your sunshine unless you let them. So I made a decision, a conscious choice, to not let my happiness be stolen from me. I took it back. Now I am the proud owner of my happy again. Whew, feels great. I did not enjoy my time in Sadland. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Okay, I promise I'll stop singing show tunes now. What else? Oh gosh, I don't know, man. I just feel better about everything. I got a lot done this past week. Not only did I get my axle fixed, which, by the way, for you car people out there, he only replaced one. It was my CV axle, and all my male friends told me, if you replace one CV axle, replace them both. But my mechanic, and he's a good one, Andrew at Trusted Imports, call him if you don't believe me, he said I only really needed the one axle replaced because there was absolutely nothing wrong with the axles. It was just the boot had gotten torn because the sway bar link was all bent, if you remember me talking about it. And that was caused by, well, something that wasn't my fault, but I can't prove that it was the fault of whose fault I think it was. So, hey, guess what? I'm just gonna write it off as part of the cost of doing business. So I had to shell out a few hungies to get that taken care of. And then I thought, well, heck, it's probably about time for a new set of tires. Those were nearing the end of their lifespan. I wasn't having any problem with them. I really stand behind those KO2s. They're just about bulletproof. But, mileage-wise, I keep an eye. I take them in and get them rotated every 6,000 to 8,000 miles, to prolong the lifespan. And the treads were getting kind of flat. So I thought, I'm gonna have to spend this money sooner or later. And it's, it was $1,200, $1,300 for a set of 4. But it's cheap insurance. I sure would hate to get a flat tire out in the middle of nowhere. And, well, I feel like I just bought myself at least a few more adventures without having to worry about that. So, $1,300 on tires, $350 on a new axle. Then I went and got a new cell phone. That's right. This is the first video I'm shooting on my new camera, which is a Samsung Note 20 Ultra. I'm really frugal. Some might say cheap. And so when I make a big purchase like that, man, I research the heck out of it. And I looked into what was supposed to be the best camera on a cell phone because, I did try using a big professional camera to shoot my videos, but it's just cumbersome, especially hiking around a lot of the places I go. And, you always have your cell phone with you. And these cell phones take amazing footage anyways nowadays. So why not just get another cell phone and the one with the best camera, which, well, I guess depending on which article you read, turned out to be Samsung Note 20 Ultra. And so far, I'm very, very pleased with it. Although it was another $1,300. Wah, wah, wah. Gosh, what are we up to now? 13 and 13 and $350 and oh my god, I'm going broke. Better make some more videos and earn some more revenue. So that's what I'm just gonna do. I'm planning to head out first thing tomorrow morning on another adventure. And I'm going back to Arizona again. This will be my 3rd trip to Arizona since December. I just don't want to freeze my tuchus off, if you know what I mean. And it's pretty chilly in Nevada right now. And even right here, well, I'm technically in California, just across the state line, but it's cold here too, man. So I'm heading south. I won't say where exactly in Arizona. You'll just have to stay tuned to find out. But I've got a friend waiting for me down there, and we've got a lot of interesting places to check out. So should be a bunch of new videos coming soon. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, that's about it. I don't have a whole lot to update you on since I've been at home this whole time, just taking care of stupid home stuff. Although there is one thing that I wanted, kind of like a little story I wanted to finish. So in my last vlog, I was talking about anytime I got depressed, I would go to that candle shop called Bell Book and Candle. I guess it was like a magic shop. And I would buy a candle to burn off the jinx. And there was this big, tall, shaggy-haired, barefooted wizard type dude who worked in there. And when I went in to get my candle, he would always go over to the shelf and take down various herbs and sprinkle them in the candle and put glitter on top and oils and seal it with saran wrap. And it was, all the low, low price of $7. Remember that story? Well, I didn't tell the end of the story because, well, it's kind of a bummer. And if you just want to remember the wizard the way I just described him, then well, turn the video off now. But if you want to know the rest of the story, well, it's sad and it's ironic, but I wrote a Yelp review. I used to write a lot of reviews for Yelp, the review website. And I wrote a Yelp review of that magic shop, and I gave it 5 stars, and I told the whole story that I just told you guys about how I'd go in there when I was depressed, and the wizard would make me these candles. Well, my Yelp reviews used to get a lot of views and reads and likes, and I was very active on Yelp. I was a pretty popular Yelper. Uh, so I guess that review, was pretty well widely read. And somebody emailed me one day on Yelp, messaged me and said, "Hey," it was someone I didn't know, never met, but they said, "Hey, I just thought you might want to know." I don't remember the guy's name. The wizard, we'll just call him the wizard. The wizard committed suicide. Can you believe it? I mean, I say it's ironic because, here I was going into his shop to get his candles to clear up my own funk. And there he was, surrounded by all the ingredients he needed to clear his own funk. And, well, apparently it either never occurred to him or it just didn't work. It's kind of like physician heal thyself. Really sad. I guess maybe his depression was much more serious than mine and couldn't really be cured by herbs and glitter. Maybe he needed something, he needed something a little bit stronger. Anyway, sorry to bum you out with that story, but I don't know. I just felt like I had to tell the rest of it because, he was a person and he lived, he had a life, and I don't know, it's kind of an interesting story. Gosh, listen to how still it is out here. It's amazing. Love it. But that being said, I am looking forward to going out to Arizona and being with my friend and having some companionship. And, well, the nice thing about coming out here to make this video is I had to go over a mountain pass to get here, and I guess the elevation atop that pass was high enough that there was sagebrush growing. So I was able to pluck a bunch of sage so that me and my friend down in Arizona can have sage teenies. Haha! That's how I like to make my martinis. Instead of putting a toothpick, I put a little sprig of sagebrush in it because it really adds a nice flavor with the gin. Because you know how gin kind of tastes like juniper? And then the sage taste kind of really complements the juniper. Anyway, he suggested we have sage teenies, and I don't think sagebrush grows down in Arizona. And actually, no sagebrush really grows around here either. I had to go clear up on top of them mountains over there to get some. But it was on my way, and it weren't no trouble at all. And I even got hit on doing it. How about that? I just pulled over to the highway for a second, wearing this wig. I didn't have this outfit on. I had sweatpants because it's cold, man. It's like, oh gosh, I think it's only like in the 40s right now. Yeah, I'm actually freezing. For you, I'll do anything for you. Anywho, I got out of the car to go pick some sagebrush in my blonde floozy wig and blue sweatpants and picking some sage and got hit on. How about that? Right at the side of the highway. It's great being me. Oh, one other thing I should say is hi to Jeff. I got an email from someone named Jeff, and he wanted me to say hi to him, so hi, Jeff! I hope you're doing well and having a great new year. Whew, it really is cold out here. Sun went down behind the mountains there, and now it's real chilly. But hey, I guess for my last parting words of wisdom, want to say that if you are sad and you're not anywhere near a magic shop and you can't go buy one of them candles, well, if you happen to have an outfit like this, put it on, go outside, and start singing show tunes. You'll feel better in a hot minute. And if you can't do anything like that, do this. That's a sound that's guaranteed to lift anyone's spirits. This right here is one of my favorite things ever. A friend of mine, artist friend of mine, gave me this one year before Burning Man. It's a slide whistle. Professional symphonic grade metal slide whistle, and you just can't help but smile when you hear it, or at least I can't. It makes me think of cartoons and Sunday morning funnies and all the things that are right with this world. I had this at Burning Man, the last year they had Burning Man in 2019, and I just kind of kept it tucked in my boot, so I had it with me at all times, because you never know when you'll need a slide whistle up there. And I met a clown. I met this little tiny guy who was a professional clown. He was so cute, so cool. So I was talking to him, and he was doing his clown stuff, and I go, I'll get one over on this clown. So, slyly, while he was talking to me, I reached into my boot and went, And by gum, if that clown didn't one-up me, I think he three-upped me. He took the slide whistle from me. This was before COVID, and we could all suck each other's slide whistles, if you know what I mean. And he friggin' played it like a slide trombone. He played Beethoven's Ode to Joy. Obviously, I can't do it. You know, dun 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 dun. He played it on the slide whistle, and then you know how I said he three-upped me. He pulled out those little recorders, like little flutes, and he stuck one in each nostril and one in his mouth, and played them all at once. I'm not making this up. This guy was a professional clown from Southern California. He lived in LA somewhere, and he was a professional clown, man. He was amazing. I'll always think of that clown when I play my slide whistle. But if a slide whistle is just too over the top for you, well, you can always play a kazoo. Okay, well, now that I've thoroughly annoyed everyone, I'm just gonna shut this video down. I don't know, man. I was just so happy and in such a good mood that I had to share it with everybody. But now, like I said, I'm cold, so I'm gonna put on my sensible clothes and get in my car and go back to my normal life, which is very boring and not exciting like this. I'm gonna go to Walmart and get some supplies for my trip, and then I'm gonna go to Chipotle and get something to eat. And then I'm gonna go home and edit this video. And then I'm gonna upload it so that all of you can watch it and hopefully share in just a little bit of my exuberance, because it's all authentic. I'm not making any of it up for this video, man. I feel good, and I just wanted everyone to know. I feel good.